community has traditionally not been represented well when it comes to health.
Regence BlueShield is certainly honored to be here to host this discussion with the Ethnic Chamber of Commerce Coalition. Personally, I think as we all look back over the last few years, especially COVID, broke open the health system.
The access to healthcare is much different. People access it differently. They have financial equity issues. So it's really important to have the conversation. The conversation is really the work to help us bring together ideas that can break those barriers down.
During COVID, for instance, a lot of our community were considered essential employees, but then they had limited access to healthcare because they were working all day long. So there's disparities that aren't necessarily black and white or whatever, but it really has a lot to do with what people's backgrounds are, exposure to markets, exposure to healthcare. And it was Regence that was actually the first ones to come out with a bilingual education.
Because we want our members to understand their benefits. They're paying for their benefits. They should be able to understand it so that they can get the most out of everything. Now, when they are enrolled, they can actually see a primary care physician and at least get their annual physicals and the preventive services done.
We have many business leaders here tonight, and it's so important to look up at health disparities through the lens of business.
The cost of absenteeism from people not being able to make it to work from health challenges is costing America $220 billion in economic output a year. If we only brought parity just for Black and Hispanic and Asian Americans to their white counterparts in terms of the amount of absenteeism that they're experiencing for health needs for themselves or their families, we could inject $20 billion back into the economy. We really want to take the lessons we learned out of the pandemic and really turn them into action.
Well, I think what I heard today was a little bit of that inspiration again towards the kind of next steps for the Hispanic community, not resting back or, looking, downfully on the job that we did for our Hispanic families here in Washington State, but what we can do better next time. I was happy to participate in today's event.